snow in here. Is she going to be okay? Stay warm. I got a hoodie just in case.
Rick, is David in tonight?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, and listen, Tony did an outstanding job for us. He had a really good game. But David's been one of our top penalty killers all year. And clearly with the power play that the Avs are going to throw at us tonight, we need our best penalty killers out there. So it's more based on the opponent in this situation. Tony had a very, very solid game for us.
Right wing on the top line is now Morgan Barons to, I guess, audition for. How do you look at that? What is
he's played there with Dewey apparently last year a little bit, but he's reliable on both ends of the ice. He's reliable on both sides of the boards. He got caught out there a couple of times in Chicago, made some great plays off the boards. That's where he belongs, to be in that top six.
I think Logan Stanley skated
today. A little bit.
How far away is he at this point?
It's got, you got to give him a few more. We're going to practice tomorrow and on Thursday, so we got to give him a few more days.
Sure.
Hey, Rick, just curious, and obviously every team wants to play as well as they can on home ice, and you guys have certainly done that, but with what you've seen in the video, have you noticed a difference in how the team has played defensively on the road compared to how you've defended so well here at Canada Life Centre?
I think there was a much bigger difference early in the year. I don't see as much of a difference now. We're not giving up very much on the road now either. Regardless what a shot clock tells you, we always go more by the quality chances that we monitor and what we're giving up. So the chances against the grade A's on the road have gone down a lot, regardless of the score, regardless of the shot clock. So that's because those things will balance themselves out over time. So we're seeing a lot less of a difference on the road and at home. We're seeing us play pretty much the same way on the road as we do at home.
So based on that then, because you played Colorado so early in the year, do you see that translating into some things that you can do differently against the Avalanche tonight?
Yeah, we won the game, but we want to play better. We want to play better than we did in Colorado. We don't want to rely on our goaltender to make the difference in the game. We want a team game. Our team game has to be better tonight. So, again, yeah, we won overtime and everything, but our team game has to be better tonight than it was even in the game we won in there. So we're counting on that.
Rick, what are you looking for that wing position besides Connor and Dubois?
Just reliable defensively, which will free them up a little bit more offensively, and they can gamble a little bit more when we need them to gamble a little bit more, and someone that can hang onto the puck and make plays, and he's good at that. So, your top players have to play with your top players as much as you can. You're healthy when you can do that. So it's great to have Morgan back. We know he was playing very well early in the year with Lau and Apple, but that situation can't present itself right now. So we want him playing an important role, and this is an important role for him.
Where does Sam Gagner fit into this, and how much of is it his veteran experience to allow him to kind of sit out when you don't need him and bring him back in when you do?
Well, when we signed Sam originally, there was a lot of discussions of how we were going to use him. Now you give him full marks because he came in and played better than we thought, more than we thought. He was playing a lot more earlier than we thought we would. It was based on his play. The power play went south a little bit the last couple of weeks, so we decided to give it a different look. And that's all. I mean, Sam has done a great job for us, but the power play struggles, and so we basically gave it a different look. We still need the other guys that are killed penalties. Sam hasn't killed penalties with us this year, so it goes back to roles on the team, what we need specific for that game. So tonight it'll be the same, and we'll reevaluate again when we play Friday.
Rick, we know that Josh and Dylan were solid on the D pairs since you made the switch. What have you thought of the second and third pairings in the last couple of games?
Yeah, they've been very good. They've been better. I'm big on getting that offense from the defense. So with Dylan back, all our offense was coming from both Neil and Mo, right? So it's bringing Dylan back. It gives us the opportunity to split them up and have more offense from 2 pairings. The third pairing has done a solid job of giving us, they're killing penalties and giving us reliable minutes. So right now the pairings look good, and they're doing what we asked them to do, and that's the most important thing.
We know the Avalanche have a lot of weapons. I mean, you've seen them a lot last year in Dallas and here as well. What do you see from Mikko Rantanen's game and how he's sort of evolved as a player the last couple of years here?
He is dynamic. Like, he is a lot faster than you realize he is. He's a lot stronger than you realize he is. He's got a very high hockey IQ and tremendous skills. So he is an elite player, and you better respect the fact when he's on the ice. But his confidence has grown over the years, and he makes a lot of great plays. He's a very difficult guy to play against because of his size, his skating, his strength, and the hockey IQ. So give him full marks. He's come a long way from when he first came in the league to now being a Premier League winger in this league.
I think you said at the beginning of the year it was around the 20-game mark you thought it would be for the team to kind of fully lock into your system. Brendan?
Fully, yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
Can we throw that in there?
Sure. Brendan Dillon just said to us he thinks at this stage there's no excuses anymore for the players not to know the system. Are we at that stage?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And there's going to be mistakes made, and you're going to have bad games. Listen, you play 82 games, man. It's not a Picasso every night, not every period and every shift. It's not. Yeah, there's another team out there. Right? People, you never give the other team enough credit. Sometimes it's always you guys making mistakes. Well, there's 2 teams out there trying to win, and the other team's pretty good, right? So you're not going to go out there and control the play all the time. But as in terms of knowing what your responsibilities are, that's a different. There's no excuse for that at this point. But again, it's not going to be perfect, and you're going to be a half a step behind sometimes, and puck's not going to bounce your way sometimes, and you just stay in the fight and you persevere through it. But there's never enough credit given sometimes just the other opposition, right? They're good players. They're a good team. They want to win too, and some nights they're going to have everything going for them. That's part of the great league that we play in.
You've had almost 2 points a night from your defensemen through the first 20 games. I think it's like 36.
We're over 2 points, but slightly over 2.
Slightly over 2? That was 36. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
46, sorry. Either way, I'll get the stats right later.
I think we lost an assist the other night, though.
Are you happy with that production? Is it where you wanted it to be when you're coming into the year?
Yeah, it is. If we can get, I mentioned it earlier in training camp, you can get 40 goals and you can average about 2 points a game from your defense. You'd like more, but that should be minimum, and we're there. And they're doing their job. Sometimes they're making the right play and they're the third passer. So that doesn't show up in the stats, but it shows up in our stats. And that's what's important to us. So maybe they made the third pass, or the first pass, and there was 2 more, and they don't get the assist. But it all started with them. So they get, in our books, they get credit for that, even though it doesn't show up in the goals and assists column. So if you're you're involved, when we talk a lot about creating chances, and you're seeing their numbers in terms of their part, they're contributing to the attack, then they're doing their job, and right now they are.
Rick, as coach, do you take a certain measure of pride when you see Josh getting second Star of the Week honors by the league? In the context of the conversation that you shared with us, that you had with him prior to the season to help empower him into this, coming into this group?
Listen, the players play. They give him all the credit. He's got to go on the ice, and he's the one that's got to decide, I got to block a shot tonight, or I got to take a hit to make a play. Like, the players make those decisions. I don't make that decision for him. So the players get all the credit and I'm thrilled for him that he's being recognized for that. But I'm not the guy saying, I'm going on the ice, okay, block the shot. They have to think that. I got to get in the shooting lane. I got to take a hit to make a play. Now's the time I got to jump up. Now's the time I got to shoot, and now's the time I got to pass it. It's all the players. He deserves all that credit.
Josh was saying that pretty much all his teammates texted him yesterday when he found out that he'd been those honors were bestowed upon him. You see that as just another, endorsement of how close knit this group has become.
Yeah, it is, and they should respect each other, and that's the things we want, right? So I know when he got married this year, most of the guys were there. So again, it's probably a tighter group than we realized.
Rick, just a little bit off topic, but
Never stopped you before, so let's just go with it.
We'll see. with respect to the significance of the night, though, the cancer's probably touched most everybody in this room. What does this mean, this night rather, mean to you in particular?
Well, my dad died of cancer, so I just lost my good friend Tommy Curvers. So it means a lot. And a really good friend of ours in Halifax, we went to high school with her. Her granddaughter is fighting cancer, so it means a lot.